Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name's Scott Bischoff, and I quit my job May of 2019. It's the last time I punched my time clock. I was a mechanical engineer in the oil and gas industry, and I was just tired of the commute and the grind, and not really being that content with where my career was taking me. And so I quit my job and to start a business with my wife. So we run an online business. And that's what we've been doing for the last year and a half. This channel is primarily going to be used to help those of you who are in a similar situation that I was. You might be going to a job that you may like, but you want more money or you want a better lifestyle. For us, we wanted a better lifestyle. We wanted to be able to spend more time with our family, and I wanted to be able to make money independent of where I lived. I didn't want to live in the city. I wanted to live where I wanted to live and be able to provide for my family. And the other thing that I really wanted, I wanted an integrated lifestyle. So with working a 9 to 5, I was gone from 6:30 in the morning to about 6:30 at night. And that only left me a small portion of time with my family. But now the lifestyle I have is I wake up with my kids, take them to school, get them breakfast, clean up dishes, and then I get some time to work while my kids are at school. And then they come home and we can play and we eat dinner. And when they go to bed, I go back to work. And so that's the kind of lifestyle that I wanted. I didn't want this huge chunk of time away from my family and then just go get a little tiny sliver with my family. I wanted what I call an integrated life, where I get to work in the gaps where my family is doing something, whether we have a babysitter or they're at school, and then I get to work when they're asleep. But in the meantime, I get to go do all the things with them. I get to go to their parent-teacher conferences, to all their soccer practices and games and things like that. So that's a little bit about my story, but I'm really here to help those of you who are maybe sitting at a desk wondering, what can I do with my life? I feel like there's something more for me. And that's really what I'm here for, is I want to help you take the steps that I've been able to quit your job or to make a little bit of extra money, whatever you're looking for, so you can live a better life for yourself. So today I've been reading a book. I'll show you. It's called High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard, and it's been a really good book. The first thing that he talks about, and one of his secrets to high performance, is clarity on your mission and what you want to do in life. And that's something I've really struggled with when I was working full-time in corporate America. Like almost every Monday when I just didn't want to be at work, I would go back to the internet and look for jobs that would be good for my personality type. So I'm an ISTP, if you're familiar with the Myers-Briggs, which is like mechanics, race car drivers, like professional athletes. So people who are maybe like carpenters and mechanics and things that, could be fun, but not really the natural skill sets that I really wanted. Like I wanted to be, I think it's like an ENTJ, which is like more of the CEO executive personality type. So I would like comb through there and like, okay, out of my, what are the things that I could do with that align with my natural personality type. And really, I was never satisfied with that. And it's something I always struggled with, is like, what can I do that is aligned with my natural strengths? And honestly, I just came to the realization today that it's not about finding a stuff that is aligned with my natural personality, because I want to be able to grow. And in order to grow, like, we're always going to be in an uncomfortable place. So if you want to be stuck, say like I could be a coder, I could be a mechanical engineer, but if I stayed in those careers, like my salary is going to be capped. And if I wanted to grow and have a bigger impact, I'm going to have to learn and grow and try new things. And so for me, I've learned the point isn't about just doing what I'm passionate about. It's really finding skills that I can master that will, one, allow me to build a lifestyle that I want for my family, and two, that will allow me to have an impact on the world. And for me, that trumps like what I'm passionate about, because I know that if I were to pursue what I'm passionate about, like I'm never going to be able to provide for my family the way I want, and I'm not going to be able to have an impact that I want. And I know that like it might be easier in the days, but I know I'm not going to be satisfied with the results that I'm providing for my family. So I want to show you, see if, I don't know if I can flip this around, but I'll just show you a little bit about what I came up with. So here's my sheet and my clarity. So I basically created these 4 buckets. The first one is family and relationships. So that's one bucket that I'm that's really important to me. The second bucket is work. So I just have some projects that I'm working on. And the third is a learning. So what am I going to focus on? What are skills that I'm going to focus on? And I actually want to talk a little bit more about that. And then the last one is health and recreation. So that would be like consistently exercising, the occasional recreation. I love to dirt bike. I would be doing that all the time, but I know that that's not going to get me to where I want to go. And mental health. So I'm naturally like a high anxiety type person. So I need to make sure that I take time to calm down so I can be more present for my family and be more present for my work. So those are the 4 buckets that I've created for me. And the real thing I want to talk about is the learning skills. So I'm working on basically 2 different projects. I'm working on a product for Amazon right now. And then I'm also working on an online course on mindset. And then I also have like Etsy orders that I have to fulfill, and I'm always going to have to fulfill those. So that's just thrown in there as a work thing. So I always struggled with knowing like where to put my focus, because I know that like I just have this personality type that I want to be mastering. I want to be practicing. I want to be working toward my skills. And I've been really struggling figuring out what those skills should be. And after reading High Performing Habits, along with this book called Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson, this is a really good book. My wife and I call this is our new Bible. This is something that we're going to study until we master. Russell talks about some high ticket funnels, ways that you can create a funnel and make quite a bit of money through webinars and then upselling in what he calls like a slide stack. And those are the things that we want to master. So I've learned today now that the things that I actually want to focus on learning would be learn how to email market, learn how to build a following in like Facebook or whatever that would be. So social media. The third would be how to use a funnel. So a funnel would be, how do I get somebody? It could be like a freebie of some sort, or a cheap book or PDF or something, where you market and get people to that, and they get exposed to your story or your message, and you use you collect the email addresses from those people, and then you market to them for, say, a course that maybe is like $100, $200. And then through the course, you market or pitch them for a higher level course, like a mastermind or one-on-one coaching for maybe $1,000 or $2,000. And so that would be a funnel. And so that's something that I want to learn how to do, is how to create funnels to sell products, whether it's mine or somebody else's, and then how to use those funnels and webinars to sell people, to upsell them, and to make money from that. So that's one of the things I want to do. And then the last is communication. As an ISTP, natural engineer, I'm more in my head than I am when I'm communicating with people. I'm always internalizing things. And so to be able to be more present with the people, like one thing I really want to work on is eye contact, because I'm terrible at that. So those are the things that I've learned today, things that I want to focus on. And I really wanted to choose some skills that are scalable, that I could use to make like more money than I could have, like as a traditional, like a coder or an engineer in a year. Like I want to be able to scale my income. And I feel like these are some skills that if I master, so I'm going to say it's basically marketing. So email marketing, creating funnels, high ticket sales, and then how to, market on social media and work on social media. Like I've never really used Instagram before, so I need to learn how to use Instagram and things like that. And then the last one is how to communicate with people. So those are the things that I'm going to be working on learning while I'm working on the projects that I'm working on. So I just thought I would share that with everybody. If you were in the same situation, like wondering what you should learn, I mean, I'm not saying you have to learn these. It's going to be individual to everybody. But for me, this is what I'm learning. I guess one last story. When I was in corporate America, I sat down with the highest guy in our office. He was on the executive team, and I asked him, like, what are the things that you would recommend that I start working on? Because I felt like I needed some skills, or I'm just a generalist. I'm a jack of all trades. And he's like, you don't need any more education. And I'm like, well, I mean, I get that, but I feel like I do need education. And I've always been struggling with what that is, because I have a master's in engineering and I have a master's in business administration. And I don't feel like those things really help me at all. I mean, my engineering degree, so like there's probably like 5 companies in the world where the things that I learned, it would actually be relevant. So it wasn't the best use of my time. But learning these marketing skills will really be, like, one, they're in demand, and two, they'll enable me to sell products or services. And really, that's where you make money, is through sales. You know, my engineering company I worked at, the sales guys were the ones who made all the money. It wasn't the really smart engineers who had PhDs. It was the sales guys. And so I realized I need to learn how to sell. Let's see what else is there. I think that's it. Anyway, I just hope that if you're in the situation that I was, that you still have hope. I mean, there's always hope for your future. You may be stuck where you are. You may not feel like there's anything for you, but I can tell you this, that if you take the time to learn the needed skills that you need, and you take a little bit of risk and try things out, and that's one of the hard things for me, was I just analyzed for years. But if you just take small, simple action, I can promise you that you'll be amazed where you are in 10 years. Otherwise, where are you going to be? You can look at your coworkers, you can see exactly where you're going to be in 10 years unless you try something different. So that's my hope for you, is that you just keep your head up and you take some time to really reflect on who you are. What is it that you actually want to achieve? Like, be clear about that. What kind of lifestyle do you want to have? What kind of income do you want to have? And then with that, figure out what are the skills that you might need, or what are some things that you can do to build that lifestyle. And for me, these are some skills that I figure are going to help me have the lifestyle I want while being able to provide for my family the way I want. So anyway, this has been way too long, but I hope that you find it useful, and there will be more videos like this. So I hope you take care and do awesome stuff. Anyway, talk to you next time.